go watch my last video. If you don't, you're a scrub. Lol, I'm kidding. No, you aren't. As long as you watch my videos, you aren't a scrub. Anyone who doesn't watch my videos is a scrub. No, I'm kidding. No, you aren't. But seriously, you should watch my videos. They're good. Some of them. Not all of them. Okay, so, yeah, you read the title. As long as you read the description of my last video, you know what's going to go down here. Only I'll expand on the description of that video because it was pretty brief and it sounded pretty clickbaity, so I'm going to explain it. Yay. Yay. Video. I upload. Again. Yay. Continue with video. Okay, let's get started. Now, you might not think this story is one of the most exciting stories, but it's pretty messed up when it gets further in. So the beginning is meh, and the middle is what the hell have I just watched, and the end wraps up nice and sweet. Okay, so let's continue with the video. So, yay! This video is about visiting my uncle and aunt. I did this on the second to last week before summer vacation. So, yay! My family decided we're going to go visit my uncle and aunt. So, we decide that although they live very, very far away from my family, we decide that it'll be perfectly fine to pack the night before because we're only going to be staying for 3 nights. We were wrong. We rushed like hell on the final day. Not the final day. I mean the day of when we're supposed to be there. And we were aiming for early afternoon to be there. I'm going to jump ahead. We ended up getting there late evening. But now I'm going to expand on what I just skipped over. So, after we finish packing all that stuff, we finally get in the car at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, ready to leave the house. And then we do. So I'm going to skip by this part as well since it's nothing but driving on the highway while I watch cringy videos that I've saved offline. Yeah, that's literally all that trip is. Except for the part when we're less than halfway there. I'm going to expand on that. When we're a little less than halfway there, my uncle calls my mom and says that he's literally almost done making dinner. He says when we're less than halfway there that he's almost done making dinner. And at this point, it's really late in the day. Really late in the day. Because we took a lot of rest stops. Okay, fine, it was only 2, but still, it was a lot when I have a mother that takes forever to do anything. Okay, I'm exaggerating. Maybe I'm the reason we took forever, but whatever. That's not important. Let's continue with the story. So, yay! Now, we're less than halfway there, and dinner's almost ready for us. So skipping ahead again, we're almost there, and then we get lost. Not going to expand on that either, since it's your typical getting lost story. You get lost, try to find the way, and you eventually do find the way. At least that's how most stories end. Some of them end with the family getting attacked by wild bears, but our story isn't that exciting. So anyways, we finally arrived there really late into the night, and it turns out that we stressed for nothing because my uncle was exaggerating. And when we got there, when he called us, we were less than halfway there. When we were there, he was less than halfway down, so I guess he was exaggerating a little. Maybe. I guess. So, then we're starting to settle in, and then we realized, oh, we have to unpack the entire car. And I'm not joking you when I say we literally packed 1/4 of the house. I'm not even joking you. We packed so much just to fit in my dad's little car. And knowing us, we're going to be bringing home a lot of baked goods made by my aunt. So, yeah. We were going to have even more to take home unless we loaded and tried to give as much things as possible to them. No, I'm kidding. We kept most of our stuff. No, we kept all of our stuff because we're greedy. No, I'm kidding. We aren't greedy. But still, all I'm trying to say, I don't even know if you heard that sound in the background, but I don't even know what that was. Well, technically I turned off background audio on my audio recorder, so I wouldn't think that would be an issue, but it's been glitching out before, so maybe you just heard that, I don't know. We're going to stop with the paradoxes and continue with the story. So, here is the one fatal flaw of their house. It was, to say the least, dirty. To say the least. I'm not going to expand on that much more because I don't want to be rude to my uncle and aunt. Actually, screw that. I'm going to be as rude as possible. Dust, dirt, spiders, cobwebs, everywhere! Yeah, that's literally what the house was. It was a tiny house, but the reason it wasn't tidy, not because my aunt is a terrible housemaid, but because she has arthritis, so yay, now she can't do any of the housework. And yeah, so that explains the mess of the house. But there were cobwebs in every room, dust in every room, and yeah. I'm lucky they don't watch my YouTube channel, because my parents would get mad if they knew that they watched this video, or even if they watched this video. So, yeah, I'm lucky they don't watch my videos either. So continuing on with this lovely story of happiness and wonder. Yay! So, after we are done unpacking, I've explored how dirty the house is. Now it's time to go up to my room. Yeah, it was just as bad as the rest of the house. And our rooms were up in the attic, meaning it was even more dusty than the rest of the house, since we were sleeping in the guest bedrooms. Honestly, surprisingly, the bathroom was the cleanest room of the house. I'm not even joking you. So, turns out he was planning an elaborate feast. My uncle was planning an elaborate feast, and that's why he was barely done when we got there. He made fried chicken, potato salad, and so many other things. Yeah, he made a huge feast. A huge feast. I don't even remember half of what we ingested, but there was a lot. Also, one thing to mention is they have a huge backyard, and in their huge backyard they used to have a garden, but, well, judging by the state of the house, the garden went downhill even quicker. So, yay, let's continue with the story. So we eat our dinner, and now it's time to share another part of the story. So, turns out my uncle is as weird as I am. So my mom suggests I show him all the weird shit I upload to my channel. So I do. And he says that it's too crazy for him and he's going to walk away forever. No, I'm kidding. He didn't say that. I didn't even show him my videos. I just showed him the weirdest random crap I could find on the internet, and he thought most of it was funny. Most of it. Except for my videos, which I didn't tell him were mine, but he thought they weren't good. No, I'm kidding. I didn't even show him my videos at all. Why didn't I show him my videos? He probably would have liked them. Whatever. We're done with his personality for now. On to my aunt's personality. So, she's a nice person. She used to do gardening, but now that she has her arthritis, she's pretty much limited to walking around the house, conversing, and doing other non-expecting activities. Okay, so now that we've gotten the personalities out of the way, it's time to get on to our second crazy story. So, that was day 1. It was a Sunday. Then, the Monday of this experience, I don't even know what I wanted to say for the Monday. Well, actually, that was a pretty forgettable day. So now on to Tuesday. So on the Tuesday, as in the final full day of our experience there, we were going to have part of the next day, but then in the afternoon we were going to leave. So on the Tuesday, which was the last full day we had there, it was time. So my parents, I wanted to go explore some of the other places like an arcade, but my parents instead wanted to go to the scenic area of the beach. We drove for over an hour, and then, guess what happened? It was foggy at the beach. And by this point, it was too late to go to the arcade because we had to get home to the other huge feast my uncle was cooking. So we didn't even have time to go to the arcade after we wasted time at the beach. And yeah, we hadn't even had lunch that day, so we ended up going to a restaurant just to come home to have dinner afterwards. So yay, we had mac and cheese for dinner. That was the huge feast. So yay, at least one of the nights he isn't outdoing himself. But the real meat of the story comes when it's time to do the dishes. And by the length of this video so far, I'm going to have to make it a part 2, but we're just going to start telling the actual meat. And then we're going to leave the video on a cliffhanger. So since my aunt has arthritis, she can't do the dishes anymore. And my Uncle Joe, I forgot to even mention their names. My uncle's name is Joe and my aunt's name is Jean. Simple enough. I didn't even mention that at the beginning of the video. So my Uncle Joe is too busy. Usually, he isn't too busy. He barely does anything. Well, technically, he does most of the work now that my aunt has arthritis. But as I was trying to say, my uncle usually waits till the morning to do the dishes, so he can do other stuff at night. Simple enough. So my mom decides to pitch in to help do the dishes that night. But my uncle and aunt wanted her to come into the living room to watch an old people's music concert. So she's secretly doing the dishes, and let me tell you right straight off the bat, my aunt hates when anyone else but her or her husband, my Uncle Joe, she absolutely despises when anyone else tries to help her around the house because it makes her feel disabled and it makes her feel bad, which is understandable but kind of retarded. So my mom tried to do the dishes. I tried to distract them while my dad is sitting playing slots on his phone. That he literally was no help to the situation whatsoever. But then my aunt comes into the room, sees what they're doing. My uncle follows behind, and then what happens is my aunt, to be continued. Yeah, I got you there. It's going to be continued to the next video, so technically you're not going to get the rest of the explanation to what happened in the description of that other video, so I'm going to leave it on the cliffhanger even though I could go on for a little longer, but I feel like leaving this on a cliffhanger just to piss you off. Don't worry, I'll probably upload the next video pretty quickly after this one, so don't worry, it'll be okay if you want to see the rest of the story. So, like, subscribe, especially if you want to hear the next part of the story. Spoiler alert, my aunt tries to strangle my mom. Okay, I'm kind of exaggerating there, but you'll get the real story, the non-exaggerated version, in the next video. Okay, so, bye. So I actually found the picture that I was going to use for the background of this video after recording the audio that you've already heard before this point. But what happens is I searched up a picture, then I came across this picture, and the uncle and aunt in this picture look almost exactly like my uncle and aunt from the story. I'm not even joking you. They look exactly like this, except like with grayer hair than this. Other than that, it's 100% accurate. Other than that, it's very accurate. Okay, someone called on the phone. It's not important. Whatever. I hung it up because I'm savage. But anyways, it's almost creepy how accurate the pictures look to my real uncle and aunt. I actually don't have any pictures of them because I didn't take any pictures of them. So that's why I searched up the picture online. But they look the picture looks creepily accurate to how they look. Only in real life they have grayer hair. I am freaked out because it looks so accurate other than that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they stalked my uncle and aunt and took pictures of them and turned them into cartoons. Yeah, I'm creeped out right now. Like and subscribe!